Welcome to 5 Good Minutes. You're listening to today's inspirational message on the book of Mark with Kurt Bjorklund.
In Mark 4, Jesus tells the parable of the seed, and then he tells about a lamp under a basket. And it fits with what we've been talking about the last couple days. Verse 21, and he said to them, "Is a lamp brought in to be put under a basket or under a bed, and not on a stand? For nothing is hidden except to be made manifest, nor is anything secret except to come to light. If anyone has ears to hear, let him hear." And he said to them, "Pay attention to what you hear. With the measure you use, it will be measured to you, and still more will be added to you. For the one who has, more will be given, and from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away." I wrote in the margin of my Bible this little phrase, multiplied both ways, meaning the one who has more will be given, and the one who has not, it will be taken away. And this isn't referring to material things. This is referring to the idea that we have the option of believing and responding, and we will get and receive more and more revelation. Or if we reject, we will lose even the ability to perceive what it is that we have. You see, the measure refers to the attitude, according to the ESV Study Bible, of that which the word of Jesus is being received. If the hearer embraces Jesus' message, they say, then the kingdom in a rich and profound way, then still more will be added to you. That is, God will take up residence in your heart and give increased understanding and blessing, both in this age and in the age to come. And then verse 25, they say the paradox in this verse reinforces the point of the previous one. The person who welcomes God's rule and presence will be given more of God's intended fruit. The one who depends on his own resources without receiving the word, the one who has not, will lose even what he has. In other words, it'll be taken away. And so the question here is this, and that is, will you respond to every piece of divine insight that you get from the scriptures? Because every time you harden your heart and fail to respond, there's a shrinking capacity to understand. And every time that you enter in and receive what it is that God has given you in divine insight, you will continue to have an expanding vision of God. And notice here, this is part of why we said yesterday that even though he quotes this, they see and don't perceive, and hear and don't understand, that it isn't that God isn't making his message plain. For he says, the lamp, it isn't bought to be put under a basket or under a bed, but it's on a stand. Nothing is hidden except to be made manifest, nor is anything secret except to come to light. That it is God's desire that all things come to light, but that it is the heart of the receiver that makes the difference. Now, obviously, God opens the heart. God is the initiator. God is the one. I'm not saying that, but again, read this text. And what this text is showing is that there is a correlation between how well you receive what God has given, and the quality of your faith, the endurance of your faith, the amount of your faith or faithfulness. And so again, the question here is, will you respond every time? This should make me a little tentative to dismiss anything that God shows us, because there's increasing revelation, insight, knowledge, faith, with greater responsiveness, and decreasing with less responsiveness. So respond every time. Determine today you will respond every time God shows you something.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.